Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. Uh, I saw a interview clip with the comedian Louis C.K. the other day, and in it he was explaining that because there's some comedians today who both want to be front funny, talking trash, and be taken seriously from dropping truth bombs, that it causes confusion in the general audience. And at first I was given some mentally given some pushback to that because I'm like, okay, when we in normal discourse with each other, we can like crack jokes and be sarcastic and stuff while we're talking about serious stuff too. Some people are they're hardwired to like when it's time to be serious, you can only be serious, and if you crack a joke during a serious discussion, they will get offended. Some people are like that. But in general, people mix all of that stuff when they talk. You can crack jokes during a serious meeting and stuff as long as you remain on track. That's how people go. So I was thinking about that while he was saying it. And then I remembered the Chappelle shows that reparations skit and how foolishly, ignorantly, both whites and black people treat that skit as if it's prophecy. And I'm saying ignorantly because they don't know what the reparations plan is that the hardcore activists are actually fighting for. They're just assuming that the president, okay, all right, it's time for you to get your reparations, and he'll pull a knot out of his back pocket and whip them here. No, go away. Don't spend it all in one place. And then that will be it. The fools think that that's what reparations is about. It's just, I'll cut you a check, now shut up. That is not what reparations means. For the record, reparations, the reparative justice that the Black American former slave class specifically needs, is to repair centuries of economic damage from our communities. We are artificially impoverished. We are in a dire situation from accrued discrimination for centuries, generations. It's not something that can be fixed overnight. It's going to take a robust reparatory justice program with a education campaign. It's going to take a lot of stuff. The core of it will be massive infusions of cash. The closest thing that we know, that you remember, that will be like it was how the poor whites and the poor white immigrants were given that economic floor in the later half of the 19th century and in the 20th century. The New Deal, the land grants, like the homesteading acts, or the GI Bill programs, teaching them how to farm, the Ivy, you know what I mean? All these programs and stuff, they gave them the carefully give them a cushion that, that helps with the wealth gap today. Because they were given all that stuff, carefully taking care of them. And we weren't given anything. They pretended to give us stuff, but it just funneled right into the white community, So that's what reparations is. The same thing they got. As long as it takes to carefully pull you up out of poverty and make sure you're okay. That's what whites got. At the minimum, that's what I require. Like a focused, serious effort from the government to get me out of what you did to me on purpose. So this kind of comment where they're like, all you're going to do is spend it on chicken and watermelon and Cadillacs, and then you'll be broke again. You're projecting on me. I know it was funny watching Chappelle's skit and stuff and how you like to spin, You know, how a poor people who you deliberately withholding like basic necessities of life from, when they get money, they like spend it. But this is not that. It's going to come with a whole protected system to make sure my people are okay, just like you got. Will there be people among them who are like, I don't care, and being rebellious? Of course. But as a whole, the system is designed to make sure we're okay. That's what it's for, to make sure we thrive in this country we built, instead of just getting by and continuously being attacked all the time by you. So you look at the poor whites. You have, in a country that's leaning towards you, there's many of the poor whites have all these opportunities and stuff. All you have to do is make the effort, and they don't want to make the effort. My people aren't like that, or at least this percentage of us who are like that aren't like that as much as that. Y'all been doing that forever. So stop projecting your nonsense on me, and stop treating that like a thing. You don't have any idea what the actual political activists are actually fighting for. Black people specifically have no business parroting that shit that the whites are parroting. You need to know what your activists are fighting for you for. And if you don't, shame on you. I don't care what you think outside of your head. If you're not in the material, finding out who these people are and how they're like trying to like make sure you're okay, you need to be right there with them. That's what the ADOS movement is for, and the ADOS foundation. So get on it and stop talking like a fool, like our enemy. Peace.